Good boy, Goose. What? What are you doing? Everything's soaked. It's been raining for 4 days. Looks like this is the only break we're gonna get for a few days, so I know it's damp and wet, but we're gonna make the best of it, right, Goose? We're gonna lay down this paver base and just try and get these blocks together and hope it cures over a few days instead of 24 hours. We'll have to, it'll be an extended cure, but should be okay. No one's gonna be having heavy foot traffic on it. It's just holding the kennel down. Bought way too much of the paver sand and the paver base, but I'm not doing a super thick base. Not too concerned about it because there's not going to be any foot traffic, and just trying more so to get it level everywhere and tamped down good. Yeah, gonna start laying the block and use some Loctite LP 500 to between the joints of everything and try and get this wrapped up before the rain starts again. Good enough for government work. Ended up needing a lot more of the base and the sand than I realized, filling in along the way. Definitely a learning experience. Ended up needing a lot more of the paver base and sand. Raise it up about a whole inch back in the back corner, just to make that slope really nicely. So glad I bought 4 bags each. What? Hey, Goose. Goose, here. Goose. Hey, Goose. Goose, here. Good boy. Rain kind of messed us up, but hopefully it stops soon. I think I'm gonna need a few more bricks. Goose, you didn't want to be out there, and now you... Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here. Whoa, buddy. Little mole. You want to get out of here. Where the heck are you going? There was a mole. Yes, you're supposed to get that thing. Here's where we ended up, 3 blocks short. See one there, and a half block. I think I might get some like pressure treated board, maybe like, I don't know if they make 1x10, but 1x10, jam up in here against the side of the hill. Because I don't really want to run a whole nother row of block. I think it's kind of unnecessary, even though it would probably be cheaper. But for the most part, pretty happy with how it turned out. I need to get out of here so the grass can start getting back up from being matted down so much from me walking on it. But yeah. Goose, you want to go to Lowe's? We're back, Goose. Hey, talk to me, Goose. Good boy. So where did we leave off? I did add this the other day just to cap that off. Cut around there. So now we just got to kind of clean up and then put the kennel on there. Leave it. Leave Goose. What do you think, Goose? You're gonna hate it probably, but not too bad for you. All right, so outside of the kennel, inside, gonna put a dog door through there, maybe that one. Come out about 6 feet and then just straight up to the ceiling. I'm gonna run all the insulation up now on this side and this, and then my dad's coming over tomorrow and we're gonna do the walls and insulate them, maybe even run the electric and the flooring probably. So it's gonna be about 6 feet out. I think just 8 foot long, just 2x4 laying down there, and that should be plenty of room for him. Right, Goose? Okay. All right, so 24-inch spacing is done. Up and over. I'm gonna throw up these smaller 16-inch on center spots and get it set up for tomorrow, and then really hit it hard in the morning. All right, so insulation for the existing walls is up. I think now we just gotta clean this up and prep the floor for the vinyl and frame it out. Run the new insulation in there and run the electric, and we're off to the races. do you think, Goose? Not bad for tonight.
At least you're hanging out with the boys. You're not in a crate.
Yeah, you should be happy.
That's a narrow door.
I know. It was $12. How can I say no to that?
19 and 3/8, and I got 19 and 7/8 between. I got a ½ inch gap, just like I want. Okay. Let me make sure it's. What is that?
Oh.
What are you doing here, sir?
Goose, do not drink all of that. You're gonna throw up. Haven't been filming much just because we've been working as fast as we can, but got one piece of wall in here on the inside. Working on trying to figure out these angles now for the next piece. Also putting in the dog door so we can cut around that. Alright, so I'm just gonna trace it. Can't see on the top one. No, not yet. I mean, it's there, but yeah, you're good. It's there. You're just gonna have to go outside it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just finished up the plywood on this side, and then the dog door over here with this plywood. I gotta seal up the outside of this with some silicone still. And we're gonna get the plywood over here and up to the ceiling on, and then the inside here. Then I'll start running electrical, do the rest of the insulation, probably do the floor before I put the plywood on the outside. But we'll cut all the templates today. Oh, and we gotta put the door in quick too. I should have enough wood to have another header board up here, which I think I'll do. I probably don't need it for this application, but I'll probably do it anyway. Putting the interior sidewalls up now, and then these like rafters or trusses, I don't know what you would call them. Well, it didn't really give us anything to screw into, so we just ripped some, I think it was 1.5 inch pieces of plywood, and then just like Brad nailed it into the side so we can have something to actually screw the plywood to. I like to see there I missed one, but yeah, so then we'll bring that up to here on all of them. Probably leave that open until we do these inside walls now, just so I can know for where I want to put the lights, and I think it'll just look nicer when you flush it up against an existing wall over here. so finished up for the day. Got the entire inside framed out. So the inside is all framed. Dog door is in. I still need to seal around the outside. I need to fix this little spot up here. Don't ask. Door still needs to go in, but I'm gonna do the outside walls first. I have all the pieces. My dad and I got all these pieces for the outside wall cut, so it's really just, I gotta run electrical and insulate it, and then I can put all the outside walls on. And then that'll be about it. So, oh, and I gotta do the floor, which I have there. All right, so time to start running some electric. Take 12-2 from that outlet, run it up over where the garage is, down to here. Then put 2 gang box on the inside for 4 plugs. And then on the outside here, I'll use that 14-2 to run to the LEDs inside if Amazon shows up, because they failed delivery yesterday. Right, Goose? Also, found a head mount for this thing, so maybe I'll try and use this while doing some of the electrical stuff. Goose, stop chewing and putting everything in your mouth. I should have more light. All right. What is that spider? That is a weird looking spider. It's a nice annoying angle. Well, that's loose. I don't know if I'll have enough room in this box. Yeah. Go. Like a glove. All right, let's cut my hand open. Don't ever do this at home. I mean, there's just no space in here at all. All right, so where we're at, that original box wasn't even grounded correctly in here. And this is an old outlet. This one isn't that much better, but I think it's a little newer. So please don't fall on me. So I think I'm gonna replace it with this one. And also just a little bit bigger of a box to work with. Wait, how does that uses the front plate, doesn't it? How does that work? That goes in like that. Yeah, so we will replace this whole outlet and do it correctly now. I think that's the best way to go about this. Another thing my fiance's dad always recommends doing, especially with metal boxes, is just putting some electrical tape around the outside, just in case for any reason that it were ever to like touch the side of the box. It might not even help, but it won't hurt. This is what you call a mess, but making it work. Get this ground on here first, just to kind of hold everything in place. If I can even. Okay. I find electrical work therapeutic for about 20 minutes. and then I'm over it. Ow! All right, so it's Wednesday evening. I need to make a ramp here that he can get in and out of the dog door with. So I picked up this piece of Trex because it's non-toxic to dogs and it's not going to splinter, and it's going to be more durable than if he's going to chew on it, or when he does chew on it. Get down. Hey, off. 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 Goose, off. So I think I just need to make like make that double wide and then some cross supports on it to make a little ramp. So we're gonna do that tonight. I do not have proper lighting out here. I cannot really see what I am doing. I think that's pretty close, but I'm not gonna be able to do anything if I don't plug the saw in. What the heck? Please don't blow up. Ow. No, that's the best way to put these together. All right, so here's the final product. Oh, and here he comes. Works perfectly. Good boy. Not really much to explain. I just put two pieces of Trex together and then cut an 11-inch piece into thirds. Two of them there for him to grip with his feet more, and then just one under. Move, goose, 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 move. Come on, go. Just one underneath to attach it to the side of the garage. And he already learned, and he's already gonna chew on it, but that's what I expected. All right, so the plan today, I should be off, is to redo this. I got a bigger box because I don't like how this one's crammed in here, and it's sideways, and it's just a mess. It's a mess. So I'm just gonna put a board here, and just like a 2x4, and mount that bigger box there. Redo this wiring nicer, and then start with all the wiring over here. Yeah, so we'll pick that up once I get this done. 0. I don't think I need to show you guys taking this apart, but we are just going to redo it all. Took this box off, it was all crammed together, and I added this 2x4 here. I'm gonna mount this junction box, or I'm just gonna combine all three of these wires together and ground them. And then to the right of it, just put a standard 2-outlet box, just so I have a ton of room to work in here. It's neat, and nothing's jammed up, and it's just gonna be better overall. Imagine beforehand, I was trying to do this in this box, and then I realized I was way too tight. Then I went to this bigger, like hexagon box, but it still didn't really work. It was still really tight, even though I technically did it. Now I had this big one. So what's going on here is, this is my main line from the garage coming in, which originally went to this switch that turned on the lights in here. So now I split that, I cut it. Now I have a jumper coming from this switch into here now. And then I also want to keep that outlet I also originally had here. So I'm going to put an outlet here with jumpers into here connected in. And then I want to split off of here to go up and over to power the lights and the heater for the kennel. So now really what you do at this point, you just kind of twist all the wires of light colors together. I'll probably start with the grounds because I want to get a ground screw in back there. And then I'll show you guys the finished product. I'm almost done this box, but I figured I'd stop and show you guys what's kind of going on. All the grounds are twisted together, wire knotted, and then I also put some tape around the end of it. My fiance's dad told me always to do that, just to cover up any part of this that might still be exposed, any part of the wire that could be sticking out of the wire nut if I didn't do it perfectly. And then there's also a ground jumper from this box into here. Whites are all tied together. Now I'm doing the black wires, and one of the things is I like having them kind of all start at equal distances, so when you do twist them, you get, I'm also bleeding everywhere on this, so that's probably good. So I'm gonna hold this here. This one's a bit long. I hate twisting or cutting wires in boxes like this, because then I feel like I'm gonna run out eventually. Here, and just really close everything off from one another. And I'm gonna push this one up and away. This one down here. No wires can touch anything. So that's ground. All these are ground. Black wires. I don't see any exposed white or neutral or hots. So yeah, that one's done now. Now we can put this one in. All right, and then when you get to this point, you just kind of manhandle and shove it all back in. This is all in there nice now. Everything's in that junction box. I should go around and just make sure all these connections down here are tight. Got this box in, made it a little too big because I was a little too far away from the stud at first, but the cover will hide that that gap. At least I hope. It should, or get pretty dang close. But now we just gotta wire it up. Don't let him escape, and then do the switch in the lights. All right, so this is where we're at with this outlet. Got all the leads wrapped up together. Ground, hot, neutral, and then just gotta cram it back in there and connect the outlets. And that way, the way this is set up is you could just make a jumper from one outlet to the other, but then let's say something goes wrong with this left outlet, then the right outlet wouldn't work. So that kind of just prevents you from losing all your outlets if one goes bad, even though it is common, I think, just to run a jumper from the one to the other, and you don't have to wrap as many wires together. But this is kind of a safer, more robust version, I would say. It is a little messier, but we'll make it work. All right, and before I close it up, just wanted to go over it. I'm gonna wrap around the outlets with tape, just like I did on the other ones, just to be extra safe. Grounds on there, white to silver, black to bronze or gold. On both of them. Make sure everything's nice and tight, and I shove it back in there and close it off. All right, kind of forgot to update, but now for the switch and the lights, I gotta start with wiring the lights so then I can route the cable back here. I don't know how much I need. I already did this one, but they're super easy to do. Except with 12 gauge wire, it's kind of annoying to use the connectors they give you. But you just take the wire here. So this one I'll have coming in and out because it's the first one. That one's the last one, so it just had going in. Pop a tab out. So we'll run this one in here. Pop a tab out. And then we'll just cut that wire right there. And we'll put both the grounds in there, put the hots in there, and both the neutrals in there. And then you just stuff that up there, connect the light, fold it over, and put them in. Hopefully this light's not blinding you guys. Leave it. This can get a little bit annoying to work with because it's all overhead. But sometimes I find it easier. What are you doing? What are you eating? What are you eating? Sometimes I find it easier to use pliers just to hold the base of one of them. And you push it in. What the hell are you eating? Stop it. Stop eating crap. Alright, and this one, you need to route through and do the same thing. I think these are called Watlow connectors. I think, honestly, it probably just would have been easier to wire nut these together, but they're in there. Shove that back up, put it on whatever light setting you want. I think I want to try 4,000 for like a more like this color light in here for him, but we'll I can adjust it easy from the outside. There's a seal on here that is for if you're in like a wet environment, like a bathroom, but I have no use for that out here, so pop that off. These are 4-inch holes I drilled for the 4-inch lights. They do fit, but a 4 1/4 inch saw would have been nicer. I didn't feel like buying one if I didn't need to, and I could make 4 inches work. Just connect that. Shove that back up there. Make sure this tilt. I want it like that. So you want to. Sorry if you can't see this. There you go. Now it'll tilt down like that. Boom. Boom. 2 little lights installed. It's literally probably 70 degrees in here. Stop shaking. So for a switch, you have to just wire tie the hots together, and then the neutrals you put on the side, and that's what the switch goes back and forth to operate. So the hot is always connected, and then the neutrals are not. I'm trying to get to you, baby. Okay, ground's tied in there. These two tied together with one coming out to the switch. Hots together. Or I'm sorry, the neutrals tied together. The hots go into here, which I don't have that one in there yet. Honestly, don't really love this style of switch. I like wrapping it around and kind of seeing my connection better, but I didn't want to, or this is just the one that I bought and I didn't realize it was like that. And I wasn't spending $30 on a dimmable light switch. Not that it's gonna matter as much for this box, but Alright, so finish that up. Starting to get dark out, but everything works as it should. Two nice little recessed lights in here. Outlets work. I have a wall mounted heater for him that I'm going to install too. Dims. Just got the insulation up on the end here. Gonna throw these end pieces up and then probably call that a day. Cause someone's acting cold even though it's 72 degrees in there. Didn't film much doing this part, but put all the insulation in each section and then cut the hole out for the door. And I think it's too cold to lay the floor now because it's currently snowing. But I think I'm gonna hang the heater. I think I'm gonna hang it up there. Just mounted that up. Little heater, just got it off Amazon. I know heat rises, but I don't want him to be able to get to it and mess with it while we're not here. So I think it'll be fine to just circulate the air. It's pushing it out pretty good against that wall too. I think it'll move around. Super easy to install. Came with a little template and you just did some holes and screws and up and running. Has a remote. We'll connect to Wi-Fi. I'm gonna see if I can get that working. But it was 48 when I plugged this in like a minute and a half ago. It's already up to 53 in here and there's no door. So I think that'll work. Alright, got the floor all cleaned up, heater's going, so hopefully the adhesive will cure better. There's like a little bit of a divot in the floor right here. If this was in like a kitchen or bathroom or something, I'd definitely fill this in, but being a dog kennel, I'm not really too concerned. Just put a little glue there and press it down. I'm gonna take some measurements and lay this floor down. Test fitted in here, lines up pretty good. Just because this isn't perfectly square, there's like a tiny gap here, but then if I fit it nice there, then it makes a tiny gap down here in the opposite corner. So I'll just get some trim pieces and brad nail them onto here. But I think I'm gonna peel back this side, do the glue, lay it down, hop over to this side, peel this side back, glue, and then any excess I can tuck under that edge. So never done this, but we'll see how it goes. I can see why this would be a lot easier with a perfectly flat floor, but hopefully it sticks. Alright, now here goes nothing. staples you find in the ground or in the floor while you're already gluing. Well, this like a little under 6 foot by 8 foot room took an entire court, even though I'm probably doing it half wrong, but in case anyone needs to know. Alright, let's lay this down. How did you get glue on you? Floor's all laid down. Need to get some trim for along the edges. Maybe I'll run to Lowe's tonight and grab that, but looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Just got that set to 60 to keep make sure the glue cures properly. Now I'm gonna put this door on. Quarter-inch shims on this side. Alright, doors in, quarter-inch shim down here and up here. This one's still a little loose. Might tighten that up a bit, and then just need to shim this gap over. The door latch is how it is now, but I want that to be tighter. So you kind of can see there's like if I push that over, there's that gap. So we need to shim this over for a nice good fit. And then this will all get covered up with just some plywood I ripped for trim. Door is done, besides the trim. Had to put some shims in it, obviously. And then I just put some drywall screws in here to hold this side. I don't have a brad nailer or a brad nail gun, so that'll have to do. I can paint it white if it starts to bother me. But gonna add the trim and then trim on the inside of the edges of the floor in here, and then we're gonna be just about done. I also got to secure the end of that pipe, or that vertical member of that gate there somehow. I don't know about this one. Oh my god. Dude. Well, what the hell? Dude. What's happening? No! God damn! Here's where we ended up for the night. Got the trim outside of the door around the frame. Also inside. Floor's all done. I need to do trim around that tomorrow morning. And then did the trim around this door, or the inside of the door. Not perfect, but hey, it works. The door was 12 bucks. So I'll take that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Literally a sliver more. No. cut this cardboard template pretty dang close to fit that so I can trace it onto the plywood and then patch that hole up. Alright, got that top piece patched in. And then also put some exterior screws to hold the dog door outside. And then put some silicone in all the gaps to try and just prevent most of the water from getting in there. Now I just got to figure out a way to secure this down a little better and add a couple more of these straps here around that I just picked up from Lowe's. Then we're gonna be done. All right, so got the kennel finished up. Added some more of these 2-inch conduit straps with concrete anchors around it. And then I just used this piece of EMT, 3/4 inch EMT, drove it into the ground with some hose clamps, kind of just to hold this end steady. Goose has already figured the dog door out really well, especially using his ramp. Hey, watch out. Let's show him how good you got at it. Come here, Goose. Good boy. So this is what we got inside. Little heater. Fix that spot up there. I think I'll add an little AC unit here in the summer. But yeah, floor's done, trim's all done. And you're probably gonna hate it, and it's really nice for you. Worst case scenario, if we don't end up using it, it's gonna become a chicken coop. What do you think about that, Goose? All right, on to the next project, Goose. Say bye. Hey, Goose, sit. Talk to me, Goose. What? Good boy.